And if you do like the two favourites, Very Elegant or Anthony Van Dyke, take advantage of PointsBet wonderful special of $4 on offer for either of them to win. Can't wait for the big one, Hayne.
Thanks very much, Brett. Richo, you've just seen them parade.
Yeah, Buckhurst paraded superbly from an international point of view, and Master of Wine a standout as well. That little bruiser, the hoof, not a worry at all. He's going to run a super race. What a bunch of stayers here. They don't necessarily look like distance athletes. They're strong and robust. It's going to be some race.
Bart Cummings won the race 7 times ahead of Lee Freeman and Tommy Smith with 4 each. Danny O'Brien, Murray Baker, John Hawkes and Leon McDonald. All trainers with horses in today. The one up before as we come back to you, Brett, with the market mover.
Yeah, there's been some pretty good moves from Master of Wine and Prince of Arran, but we're going with Master of Wine here, Hayne. It's into $7. Plenty of money for it. Number 11, Master of Wine.
Thanks, Brett. You've been watching the mounting yard, Henry. All the horses just, as expected, looking immaculate.
Yeah, it's a lovely bunch of horses, as you expect year on year, and it's just really a case of which internationals come over here, which ones settle in and which ones parade well, and they all have. And the Australian horses are obviously a good crop of horses, so interesting to see how things pan out.
So we've seen the Tab Everest for the sprinters and now for the stayers. So let's get to Matt Hill for the call of the time-honoured major here at Caulfield, the Stella Artois Caulfield Cup, the 144th running.
They are ready, set, and they're racing in the Caulfield Cup. Master of Wine from barrier number 6 jumped away very well with Toffee Tongue. Dashing Willoughby stoked up from barrier number 1, and True Self not far away. Buckhurst looking for a position. The Chosen One behind them with Mirage Dancer. They were followed by Finch, and Very Elegant kept it wide, one off the fence, and out deeper Dalassan from Prince of Arran. Then came Raheen House and Mustajir. Back in the field, Chapada as they leave the straight from Warning. Avilius, Anthony Van Dyke got back to about second last, and Vow and Declare is last. But it's Dashing Willoughby, the leader, into the first turn in the Caulfield Cup. 1,800 metres to run, led by a length and a quarter. Second is Master of Wine. 2 further back is Buckhurst. Third, the outside of True Self. A length and a half, the Chosen One, followed by Mirage Dancer. Then came Toffee Tongue, one off the fence, about 7 off the lead. Next, the inside is Raheen House. Finch is posted wide. Then came Very Elegant, 10 off the lead. A length and a half to Warning. Next in the field is Chapada deep from Mustajir. A length and a quarter, Dalassan, Avilius, and then Anthony Van Dyke. Second last in the race, Vow and Declare, and Prince of Arran is at the tail of the field as they top the hill. Through halfway in the Caulfield Cup at the 1,200, Dashing Willoughby slowed it up 3/4, Master of Wine. A length and 3/4, True Self, and then Buckhurst. Next, the Chosen One, Mirage Dancer. Further back is Finch, 7-3 wide around Toffee Tongue and Raheen House. Then Chapada, Very Elegant, and then came Dalassan, Warning. Further back, Mustajir, Avilius, Anthony Van Dyke about to move 3 deep. Then Prince of Arran back with those is Vow and Declare. To the railway side, 800 metres to go. They stack up. Dashing Willoughby in front of Master of Wine. Buckhurst now eases out 3 deep. Into clear air. Finch 4 deep. Then True Self, the Chosen One, Chapada. Next in the field, Raheen House. It's only 8 lengths first to last. Mirage Dancer shuffled back. Toffee Tongue, Very Elegant moving now into the race. Only 3 off the lead, and back behind them, Dalassan. Anthony Van Dyke will be one of the widest around the corner. Master of Wine joined by Buckhurst. Finch deeper with Chapada. True Self cuts the corner. The Chosen One presents as a chance. Very Elegant down the outside. It's True Self, Master of Wine at the 300 with the Chosen One. And here's Very Elegant and Anthony Van Dyke below the 200. The Chosen One grabbed by Very Elegant and Anthony Van Dyke. Very Elegant and Anthony Van Dyke. It's all class. Very Elegant and in front, and the bear won it. Very Elegant beat Anthony Van Dyke, the Chosen One. Fourth, Prince of Arran. Then came Finch and Avilius. Behind them, Buckhurst, Master of Wine. Further back in the field, Warning. And then came Vow and Declare, Mustajir. Chapada, Toffee Tongue, Dalassan Gap, Raheen House, Mirage Dancer. And Dashing Willoughby will be last to complete in the 144th running of the Stella Artois Caulfield Cup.
Great call, Matt Hill. Great ride, Mark Zara. A brave, courageous, brilliant mare holds off Anthony Van Dyke. The favourite beats the second favourite, the Chosen One, puts in a barnstorming win. First Caulfield Cup for Chris Waller. The jockey, Mark Zara, a 19th Group 1 win, his first Caulfield Cup. Bruce, a fabulous finish.
brilliant race, Haim. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, so satisfying. And look at the reins here. I'd be interested in Michelle here. I thought at one moment Mark might be in trouble. They got so loose, Michelle, didn't they?
I think he just got a bit excited. He was about to win the Caulfield Cup and it was too late for him to try to pick it up, so he just kept his balance. And what a tough mare. She's just so tough. She can see that Anthony Van Dyke challenged her and she just wanted to win that race.
Bruce, in terms of Huey Bowman, he couldn't quite get across. He got caught out the back and slightly deep. He made his run at about the 700, and these two horses just settled it out to fight it out. It was just stirring.
And Haim, we talked about the history, didn't we? So the second highest weight a mare's ever carried, and for Anthony Van Dyke trying to do something that no horse has done since 1967, they were both magnificent. She's won 6 Group 1s, Haim. She won her first race in Australia. She came from New Zealand. She was so raw. She won the Ethereal on this day 2 years ago. She's taken such a long time to get to this level. A lot of jockeys have had trouble with her. Well done to Zara. J-Mac, of course, has been so successful on her. A brilliant win, and for Chris Waller, oh boy, and what a run, the second horse, what a run.
Enormous. Let's get to Mark with Chris.
Well, it's one thing winning Group 1s, Mark, but what's it like winning a major?
I was saying, look, I think it was crossing the line was, I've dropped my rein here, this is going to look shit out. But no, it's a great feeling. Yeah, gee, she's tough, you know, that horse joined her and poured out, you know, this is, to win a cup, fortunately no crowd, but to win a cup is, yeah, amazing.
Tell us about her. She's not an easy horse to ride. She's hot-headed. We always knew she was going to be a star, but it's taken your soft hands to get her to relax.
Yeah, I don't know if the soft hands have got her the job, but she's just, you know, like when she gets 2,500, it was the main thing to get her in a rhythm, and I was in not a bad spot, and the stablemate was sort of putting a bit of pressure on me to go to the fence, which she didn't like, but all I wanted to do was get to the outside, and I tried to be a bit cheeky, sort of come at 10 and get out there, which I didn't get there, so I had to wait, but I went in the next set, and I had to give a bit of a razzle up on the turn, but like I say, she was very tough.
Now, how's Mark Zara going to celebrate a Group 1 victory like this?
I told the missus to put about 10 bottles of champagne on ice, and I suppose all we can do is drink them together.
Well, I know we don't have the atmosphere here today, but hopefully you get it tonight. Well done, mate.
Thanks, cheers, mate.
Good on you.
The one thing you hope for in an athlete is when the pressure is really on, they find again, and all the champions do, and she is one of those, Michelle.
She is. Look at her face. She just wanted to win that. She's just the toughest mare, this mare, and well done to Chris Roller and the connections. Just beautifully prepared today. Great job by Mark Zara. 55 kilos is right at his minimum. He's a tall jockey. I don't think he's going to get through probably one bottle of that champagne, but he'll be definitely making the most of it tonight.
And isn't this just what we love about racing? She was an unfashionably bred, big, scrawny Kiwi yearling and 2-year-old by Z out of a Dan Road mare. She's managed to beat a regally bred Galileo, Epsom Derby winner. She's just a tough, tough mare. Great training performance from Murray Baker too with the third horse, putting the blinkers on today for their grand final, and he's improved lengths.
And Prince of Arran turns up again in Australia in a big heavyweight clash.
Just loves the weather here, Haim. Jamie Carr rode him to perfection, and I think Michael Walker may have pulled the wrong rein there.
To your point, it's summed up well, though, and this is a great head-on shot. But Zed, at one point, I think, was standing for hundreds of dollars, not hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, they paid a lot of money for this mare as a filly, as a 3-year-old filly, to come over here to Darren Weir, then Chris Waller. But early doors, she was a very, very scrawny mare, and she's just furnished, as we said in the mounting yard, forehand. And mentally, she's still a work in progress, but she's certainly a long way ahead of where she was.
Well, I think Richard Freeman has found Chris Waller, and he's a wonderful horseman. Rich, to you with Chris.
Well, I'm here with Chris Waller. He's won his first Caulfield Cup. He's won all the big races, but this is his first Caulfield Cup. How does that feel?
It's different when you're not there, that's for sure, but it's a very special win with a very special horse. She's tough, and I thought she was beaten, to tell you the truth, at 100-metre mark, and she dug so deep.
Yeah, she did, and I saw her in running. She seemed to be over-racing a little bit. She always does that, but, you know, I thought, oh, you can't afford to do that with these international horses, but she held him off.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and you think of all the negatives. Ren, you got good horses, what can beat you, and I thought that weight, 55 kilos, it might sound a lot to those watching at home, but I can assure you, Caulfield Cup history would suggest mares with 55, they don't win very often, so no. That's how good she is.
No, she's a beauty. Well, this is just another feather to add to your cap, which goes with all the other staying races. So no doubt it'll be your shout on Monday morning out at the box at Rosehill.
I'll be there, Richard. I'll be there.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Loves the track, loves the distance, loves a fight, very elegant. And Chris Waller, we know he's got an army of horses, but he knows them all so individually. And Bruce, this mare wasn't an easy mare to train. She never really settled in her races. She was only slight and lean, and you look at her now, she's fully furnished. She is seemingly an easier horse, and that's because of what Chris Waller and Charlie have done with her in Sydney.
We've seen two challenges for Chris today. One didn't get there in Nature Strip, but he's done so much with him, and one did get there in Very Elegant. And that's the racing game, Haim, isn't it? Just one of the best Caulfield Cups in recent memory. Two wonderful horses, and the chosen one, terrific as well. But these two horses were spectacular today. She's won 6 Group 1s. You can't sneeze at that, Haim. It was a triumph for the trainer, the jockey, and most of all, I reckon, that bonny mare there.
Absolutely, Bruce, and we thank you so much for joining us. I know you've been on planes today. You've been a huge part of the Everest coverage and now the Caulfield Cup. I think you're going to go and try and get 15 minutes sleep before you get to the Gabba, and there's a preliminary final to call it. Should be a beauty, the Lions and the Cats.
Can I tell you, it will be outstanding, Haim. I mean, last night was an epic, it really was. It was a heavyweight battle and the champions were standing at the end. And tonight, we know one way or the other, we're going to have quite a remarkable grand final. Is it the home team or is it the Cats with all the romance surrounding a few of their players with Ablett and Dangerfield? So I can't wait. Can I tell you the truth, Haim? I'm not getting asleep. I'm going to continue to watch you guys. I'm enjoying it.
Thanks, Bruce, very much. Great to have you on board and looking forward to hearing your call tonight. And Michelle, wonderful to have you again. And we've asked you to come back next week. You haven't told us.
I'll be here, don't worry.
Very good.
It's a privilege to be here on these big days, and yeah, what a win by Very Elegant today.
So it's just a fabulous weekend this weekend. And next weekend, Michelle, the 100th running of the Cox Plate, the Everest this weekend and the Caulfield Cup, and then the Cauldron of Moonee Valley.
The Cox Plate's actually probably my favourite race in Australia. That dome of the Moonee Valley atmosphere, obviously we're not going to have it today because, next week because of the current situation, but it won't disappoint. It's a race of its own, and really looking forward to it.
Henry, in terms of the Cox Plate next weekend, Russian Camelot, the 3-year-old, we know that there's an army of international raiders at Werribee. MRC has been working the house down. Have you got a feel, or you just looking and watching and waiting for barrier draws and enjoying the build-up?
Yeah, well, I don't think you can take anything away from Russian Camelot from his defeat at the hands of Arcadia Queen here last week. They just went at a slow tempo, and that won't be the case in the Cox Plate. So we saw Aspetar out there this morning having a spin around the valley in preparation for next Saturday. It's just a matter of which internationals get around that track, really, and we've seen them win it, like Adelaide a few years ago, and the Japanese horse last year, and Russian Camelot still, he's got to be one of the top seeds.
Just in terms of the Valley next weekend, we know we've been at Caulfield this weekend. It starts on Friday night, so the Manikato, it's going to be on Channel 7, which is wonderful, and we hope you can enjoy it. There's been some enormous wins. I mean, Chautauqua, every time he won, he was just looking breathtaking. So hopefully you can find a way to sit in front of 7-2, 8 p.m. on Friday night. And then the greatest plate, what has been done is incredible. We're putting Secretariat and a number of international raiders against all the best Australasian horses and running a virtual race, which I think will be outstanding. Secretariat against Winx, Michelle. It will never happen. It hasn't happened, and it sort of will, if you know what I mean, on Friday night.
I don't think you can go past the great mare Winx.
I'm with you.